Fambude na kushena me Tony as stage name Tony as real name Anthony Abdul Simbo. Right now I live in London, so I can always tell people then say na London I'm born, but na Salone I'm men. But currently I live in London. So in terms of entertainment, me not a rapper that loves singing. I always describe myself as a rapper that loves singing. Imagine laid back raps with a splash of Afro beats, maybe reggae, R&B, then kind of influence and they, but primarily I'm an artist, a rapper that loves to sing. So initially I got into entertainment as a way of expressing myself really. So if you imagine, when I've been young, I'm not really the type of talk or expressive type of person, if you like, but music was my way of escaping. Music was my way, or is my way of expressing myself. So now I began getting into music, obviously just loving sounds and melodies and harmonies and then kind of thing, and being allowed to tell a story. So initially, really thinking about it, it was probably more from a poetry point of view, just the right song, think they why they think, what thing they why they feel. And then as time goes on, that evolved into rap and singing and all the other type of genres which I have a love for, which now blend into my music. In terms of when I decided for doing professionally, I think at some point you begin make music, right? And like I say, it's like a way of expressing yourself, sharing your story, sharing your emotion, right? And then I guess at some point somebody decide for pay me for do a show. After they decide for pay me for doing a show, that's when you're like, oh, okay, so we can make some money from this thing. And then maybe you start to take it a little bit more seriously. But it's hard to put an exact date and time on it. But in terms of making music, I don't make music in some shape or form for a very long time in different chapters of my life. But at some point, you obviously have to take it a little bit more seriously and start acting as a professional, which I've been doing for a number of years now. But in the exact point, I don't remember. But I remember the first thing they ever paid me for doing music. And that was like a ding, okay, they can pay me to do something I love to do, something which I would do anyway. And there's ways to make money from it. Let's go. Well, in terms of adding the Creole inside the music, right? Initially, it was the challenge of relearning how to speak Creole, right? Because obviously I'm in the top Creole, but when I left here, the Creole kind of lost me small, right? Left me small. But then you first have the challenge of understanding Creole again, then writing a song in Creole, then writing a song in Creole that rhymes and makes sense. So that challenge itself, I've embraced because I love a new challenge, right? As a creative, you try to challenge yourself and stretch yourself. In terms of the feedback, in terms of the Creole, sometimes people laugh at it because obviously even myself to talk, I just to cham this Creole and having fun with it, although I'm getting better. So some people laugh and smile at it in a good way. Some people make fun of it sometimes. And then once in a while you have, the negative naysayers, but generally it's been positive. And I guess it's a way to identify and separate me from the other people that really do this here. So because me just dip and cham me on Creole now, but still trying to tell our story and still trying to represent for us and make with people then proud. So initially the challenge of trying to relearn Creole, write a song in Creole that makes sense. And then the feedback generally, sometimes it makes people laugh and smile. And that's always a good thing. As long as there's no negative intentions, it's all love. In terms of biggest musical influence on the rap side, I'm a big Tupac fan, right? Although he's long since passed, but his music still lives on. So I'm a big Tupac fan in terms of the raw energy and emotion we've been put by music. I love that. To the more current times, I do love like a Kiss Daniel. I love the way they sing. I love the type of song, the way they sing and the type of vibe with the inside music. So that's, I guess, two, not necessarily just influences, but favorite type of artists, if you like, from old to newish. But there's a lot of other artists in between. But off the top of my head, from the rap side, big Tupac fan. And then from the more up-to-date new school vibe of artists, I love Kiss Daniel. But like I say, the way he writes song then, the way they sing in song then, and that feeling when music they bring. So in terms of my most popular song, I would say Get to Know my most popular song right now, definitely. In terms of that one where I say, whether she wear jeans or a tie lapper, face anyone is still fine passa. That followed closely probably by London to Salone. Freetown remix was a big one as well, and then Sekebo Abise. So I would say most of the people that would sabi Tony as an artist sabi me for maybe one of them 4 songs there. Although this song them Boku, they're on all the platforms by the way, but those are the top 4. I'll say just at the top of that, especially right now that he get to know whether she wear jeans or tie lapa. That song I would say is my most popular song right now. A song that I did that flopped. That guy questioned it. I think I would say a song which I had high hopes for, but it not do what if or do it because I not promote and fine. Nah, this thing. There's a song where I say, baby, you know what this thing, you make like, you know, busy, mix time while another picking, take time, make I not go fast in. And there's actually a remix with Crack Twist and Samza, which I believe was the last or one of the last few songs before they had their break. As he said, they don't come back together. So maybe I need to start promoting that song. But that's one of the songs where making it, I had high hopes for it. But if I'm being honest, I don't put as much energy inside that song there because maybe Get to Know took my attention, or London to Salone took my attention, or Sekebo Abise took my attention. But this thing, a song we, yeah, if you know about this thing, go listen and back. If you know that song, go listen to Tony as this thing, and I think you'll enjoy it. In terms of the best moments of my career, I would say now that first car where I came, let's say 2021, 2022, right? After I begin rap and singing Creole for the first thing. I began rap and singing Creole maybe around 2020. I've been in Cham Chama, Lai, just experiment with stuff. But there was a period between 2020, 2021 till where I can 2022. And basically I've been to do all this work over yonder online, doing a lot of social media stuff. And I've been to see the reaction with the song when they get on social media. But where I can 2022, when I met the fans, when we had like the meet and greet, we did a show and all these things, why they work on a treat and people and they recognize me and acknowledging the music and the work what I've done. I think that was the biggest moment because not only you get to experience the love, but you make a know say, although I did all the way over yonder, and I'm just working. There are people that are appreciating and acknowledging this music and really enjoy the music. So that was probably one of the biggest moments for me to know that, okay, cool, this thing we will depend, so we're on the right track. Let's keep working. And that helped motivate me to want to go back and keep working and keep growing and keep building. Right. Well, a challenge in the music industry is promotion, getting your music out there, right? But now Tinder done better with social media. But of course, you know, extra financing, extra manpower is always going to help. And primarily everything we don't see of Tony as so far is primarily me, although I have people that help me along the way. But there is no management, there is no sponsor. It's just me coming up with ideas, me executing, bringing people on board to help me execute, and then also me finding the money myself to put into this, to invest, to grow and grow and grow. So that's the, I guess, professional challenge, because as good as the music might be, money is still needed to invest, money is still needed to grow, right? On a personal challenge side, I will say sometimes just stay motivated and discipline, not even motivation, discipline. And discipline is whereby, you know, even if I know they see the fruits of my labor, I guess I'll keep working. Even if you did create content and post and only 10 people are watching it, you have to do that again the next day. So sometimes that can be a challenge to stay disciplined. But again, for me personally, it's about just remembering what I'm doing, remembering why I'm doing it, and celebrating all the little wins that you get and successes that you get along the way, and reminding yourself, like I say, why I come and I meet the fans and I work and I treat and people and they show love, remembering those moments and being like, okay, cool, even if you tire, even if you can't be bothered, you have to keep going. So that's a personal challenge, which I'm sure many people experience, but that's one that I experienced definitely, just trying to stay disciplined, trying to stay focused and keep this thing going. So in terms of the Freetown cover, that was probably one of the biggest. And initially, that song was big on its own, you understand? So what I jump on that song, it was one, being comfortable enough to write something in Creole, because that was the early times of me mix me Creole and English. So I wasn't fully confident whether I was saying the right words correctly, but I knew I wanted to tell my story about Freetown. So it was really about, okay, this song is big already. What can I bring to this song? And thankfully the response to the song was amazing. Like that's definitely, even numbers wise, streaming wise, a lot of people that don't listen to that song Day of Tony has, the Freetown remix. Shout out to Tasha. So that definitely opened up some doors, it opened up some opportunities, and it also motivated me back for now, oh, okay, cool. So this thing where maybe you just did try a chance and you're not too sure about, here is an example of something that is working. So after I do that, and I was like, okay, we need to do more of this. Let's try more with this Creole inside the music. Yeah, so the impact of that song was huge. Like I say, like the song was already big. So when me jump on her and did my own remix, and I don't know if you remember, there was quite a few other people that did remixes to it. So in that sense, you have to be, you know, the competition was high, right? But to be able to do my one and it still shone through, I think even the clip and video I do got as far as AYV and SLBC and all those things on its own, and then it went viral on Instagram, I believe it was at the time. So the impact was huge. That was definitely one of the moments where I watch and say, okay, cool. After I do down there, I was like, you know what, we need to do more of this. I think I just don't do London to Salone, which was my first ever song of adding Creole inside the music, which was just kind of like an experiment. And then I think Freetown was maybe the second or third song I'd ever did in Creole, you understand? So to get the response that it did, it definitely motivated me more and encouraged me more and made me go back and think, okay, you know, Tim, we need to do more of this. Let's put more energy into this Creole inside the music. In terms of favorite Salone sauce, right now I would say Petite Leaf. My Petite Leaf is my favorite. Why? There's just something about the flavors. Something about the flavors. I eat them in these, but like I see put on a but it's almost like the flavors just start going down the body. So also always been Petite Leaf actually. Before that it was Casada Leaf, but Petite Leaf is up there. One other plaza, funny enough, where I eat Stendesia, which I don't usually like, but I eat and enjoy her, was cream. To be fair, I don't really eat cream that much time, but I eat an Indonesia and it was actually very nice. But still, my favorite one now, Petite Leaf, absolutely, with beef. Petite Leaf with beef. Sometimes if the one with fish, not too bad, but if you put beef inside it, that's my favorite. So in terms of what's next, if you sabi about Tony as in my music, I'm very much laid back raps, splash of Afro beats, splash of R&B, vibe type of music. In terms of the next project we'll work on, more up-tempo, danceable. That's the challenge I've set myself. Before this year is done, we want to have a few bangers that you play on a party, play on a club, people then go able to grab and dance. Right now, my music, not necessarily grab and dance type of music, it's more chill. After you don't come and walk, you sit back, lay back, maybe driving into work, maybe they inside the put up, they inside the keke, get your headphone, they walk out on the street, you do stuff now, all that type of vibe, chilling type of stuff, right? But the new project of stuff we'll work on this 2025 is more danceable, more boom, boom, up-tempo type of stuff. So now the new type of project then that they work on, not necessarily in any type of album form or EP form, just more singles. So now somebody do stuff, just song after song after song after song, and then they really work on. But before this year they done, you should be having more danceable Tony Az songs. That's it. Now we want chill, you can listen to Tony Az. We want rap and dance, you can listen to some Tony Az as well. And the final message to the fans, well, famble them. First of all, thank you so much for the love. I don't did have Freetown for almost the last month or so, and just walking around from East End to West End in Freetown, even where they go applying stuff, the love has been amazing. Any side where I pass, there's at least somebody showing some love, and that's amazing because when you do this to so sometimes you're very much alone, sometimes it's an experiment, sometimes you're feeling vulnerable, putting yourself out there, you don't really know how people are going to react to you, right? But when you receive that love from you guys, it makes it all worth it. It makes me motivated even more for go back, do more work, and come back even stronger to continue to make you guys proud. The main thing I want from my music is making her laugh, making her smile, make you guys proud, make you know I'm telling our story. Because either they talk about me in life, or my brother in life, or my sister in life, or my auntie in life, but something that you guys can relate to. So far the love has been amazing. Continue to support Adip and this TSO, and hopefully by the end of 2025, you'll be even more proud because there'll be so much more work that you will see coming. So now, thank you so much. Make sure you continue to follow, continue to stream. The songs are on every single platform. Just type in Tony Az Get to Know, Tony Az Sekebo Abise, Tony Az London to Salone. This song then did it. And I'm on every platform, but primarily on TikTok and Facebook I'm hanging out on. But I'm on every single platform. So thank you very much. Much love to you, the fans. And let's keep this thing going.